Hi everyone, it's Cal here to talk to you about the Kundalini. And I just want to say thank you for being here, because without you, this channel, it wouldn't even be here. Because you keep coming back and you keep posting questions and comments and liking and sharing. That really keeps this whole thing going. And the Kundalini really is about you. So thank you. And today we are going to talk about a little bit about the four elements, but I'm trying to give you a huge overview, and then we're going to start drilling down. And we're going to talk today about the Zodiac. Okay, so the Zodiac is a universal template to energy flow. That's what it is, hands down. I mean, sure, you can create personal charts, but really it depicts the flow of energy through the human body to get you home. Okay, to get you to connect here and to get you to connect here in both directions. And the template of universal energy, the Zodiacs, is a way to balance out your system naturally through incorporating certain energies, by mimicking their energy, or by participating with their energy in the outward world so that it's reflected into your body. The whole universe works on metaphor, okay? What you engage with is what will happen on the inside of your body. And what you think about on the inside of your body, you will draw to you to have engagement. Everything is metaphoric of the next, so what you do in the outside world, once again, is mimicked into the internal world, and so on and so forth. So being able to have a template, to be able to understand specific types of energy and use them for engagement to balance out what's going on inside your body is key. Remember, mind exists throughout the entire body, not just in the head. And it is the mind within the body that we are balancing out. It is the mind. When the mind shuts down, the body will naturally go into homeostasis, which is what it does every night when you go to bed. When you go to bed, you go back to space. I mean, we live in space, but we go back to the mother energy completely, where all our senses are shut down and we go within. And she balances us out through dream, through feeding us vibrational nutrients that we need to get us through our day. Because the only way we're going to get to the Kundalini is through adapting our minds and bodies through work, which is pain. Pain is always the teacher, and love is always the healer. So we always want to find the balance between the two as well. Okay, we've got the template of the Zodiacs up here. I put their glyph for each one. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. I'm not an astrologer. I'm not into that. I'm into truth. So you have to forgive me a little bit when it comes to remembering all this astrology stuff. Okay. So we've got the Wheel of Zodiacs, and the Meridian Wheel from Chinese medicine fits right inside of it. Now, in Chinese medicine, 5,000 years ago, they found, when they were studying the human body, that there were these little hot spots all over the human body. We know them today as acupoints. These acupoints form rivers of energy that flow through the body, and we call them now meridians. Each meridian is reflected on the other side of the body, so that they exist in pairs in the body. And now they do this because what your body is designed to do is to pressurize energy towards the center so that you can connect above and connect below. Okay, below is the power. It's kind of like Bono from U2 said in one of his songs, you have to kiss the ground in order to get to the sky. So we get our power from the earth to connect back to our creator. Okay, the male aspect is the creator, the female aspect is the creatrix. Of course, this harmony is mimicked on earth in every way, in its entirety. Everything is the same below as it is above, because God can only recreate itself. It doesn't know anything else, right? And this is the beauty of the universe being able to expand, because when man is not connected to this greater knowledge, his energies actually, as he grows his body, his energies and all the energy of all sentient things growing back to God actually expand God. So it's kind of like a win-win situation in all respects. So the Meridian Wheel, just like the Wheel of Zodiacs, exists within the same sort of geometric template, where there's 30 degrees for each organ on the Meridian Wheel, and there's 30 degrees for each archetype, and each section of the wheel has 2 meridians of 15 degrees each combined, which makes 30 degrees, in a circle of 360 degrees, and each section of the circle takes 2 hours to complete in a 24-hour cycle. Okay, our cycles live in harmony with the Earth cycle. The Earth cycle lives in harmony with the precessional cycle, which lives in harmony with the galactic cycle, and the galactic cycle lives in harmony with the universal cycle, and they're all moving in the exact same way as your Meridian Wheel, hands down, exact same way. You are a star, a fragment of star that has been grown, and you are your own universe. You are your own galaxy. You are your own cycle. And as you get further into meditation, you will begin to see all the components of your being within inside as you recognize the stars. Okay, we are a copy of the universe. That's just the way it is. And that's why each of these circles fit into one another. Kind of like those little Russian dolls. One fits into the next. All right. Now we're looking at this template, regardless of sort of the universal knowledge component. We're looking at the template because we want to heal your body, to bring the energy to the center so that you can have the Kundalini. All right. So if we look at one of the sections of this Meridian Wheel as it is defined in the blueprint of the Zodiac, we can find that the stomach meridians are defined by Gemini. And Gemini is twins, right? And I just want to show you, can you see this? I think you can. This little person here that I've drawn. I have drawn the glyphs are actually, the glyphs define the flow of energy in the human body. That's why you don't find them in the sky. They exist in the human body, okay? And they have been matched to the archetype on the Wheel so that healers would know which area needs which vibrational energy. It's super simple. It's so simple. So, for example, Gemini, the meridians for Gemini go from here to here. This body is where the biggest manifestation point is for them. and they exist twin down the front of the body. You can actually see them reflected in the muscle groups in your abductors. Now, the stomach meridian is defined by the archetype of Gemini. Now, let's just think about the archetype for a minute. The archetype is twins, isn't it? Just imagine you are a mother of twins. Twins, what are they doing? They are running around, connecting with everything. You know, you try to get your hands on one and the other one is getting onto something, and then the other one, they're curious, they're inquisitive, they want to know and touch everything and find out what everything is about. Now, so too is that with the stomach. This is how the stomach breaks energy down that flows into it, okay? It joins with it and assimilates. So it will join and it looks, it's breaking down, and so too a component of your mind works in that way too, all right? So the mind that exists in the stomach, that is always reporting back to the king and queen up here, has this inquisitive, interesting kind of breaking things down. Now, here it's a little bit of a mind spin, but you can see this when you come into, because everything outward exists, everything inward. And it's a little bit hard to explain sometimes, this sort of metaphor that is happening everywhere. You come into something new in your environment, and it's that twin type energy that joins with this thing, tries to learn everything about it. It's inquisitive, it's looking at it, it's comparing it to maybe things it's known in the past. That stomach energy is the same as, you know, it works when you taste something new. You taste a soup and you kind of go, oh, this is quite nice, or what is this, or I don't like it and it's because of this. You know, this kind of energy, this kind of beginner energy, when you first learn about something, when you first come into contact with something, that is the kind of mind that is described by Gemini. Now, behind each archetype exists the elements, okay? A configuration of the elements with a dominant element. Gemini is defined by the air element. So if we're not getting enough of that energy, if our stomach is really stagnant and bloated and, you know, maybe the same food, or maybe we're experiencing the same thing on a day-to-day level, and so our stomach is sensitive because it's going, wow, here we go, same thing every day, same stuff, I'm bloated up, I can't take any more, I just don't want any more. This is reflected in the stomach energy. And the way to break this stomach energy up is that it will need an assessment, but on a very light way, just to show you how the elements can work. Sometimes through the evaluation, when you find your stomach is too not, well, let's just say unbalanced, because there are a few things that we need to, there are a few questions that need to be asked when you're using the template, but I just want to show you how the element works. You can support your stomach by giving your stomach interesting things that you find interesting in order to balance it out, right? And this, things that, you know, have an air quality to them, rather than things that have a earth quality to them. Earth is grounding. Air is sort of not grounded. It's up and exploring, isn't it? So you can support stomach energy after you have an assessment to see whether you need more or less of the air element. We'll get to this later, but I kind of want to just familiarize you with how the template serves your body and serves the template of the Meridian Wheel, because this is how we heal ourselves through balancing our body. We are balancing our mind-body And that's what this is. This is real mind-body balancing through using the archetypes and their elements to balance out our body systems through things we think, the way we think, the deeds that we do, the things we do, and the things we say. Okay? So the things we do, thoughts, deeds, and words. Let's just say it that way. Thoughts, deeds, and words. And that's what this template is for. That's what this Zodiac template is for, to balance your body through this way. It's not just using the archetype and the element of one section, though. It's balancing it sometimes against its opposite, okay? So the opposite of Gemini is Sagittarius, and that is fire. Sometimes your system needs fire because you've got too much stomach energy and you need to bleed some of that out, or you need to feed that fire sometimes because you don't have enough. You can use its opposite to balance it out. Okay, so for example, adventure. Sometimes the stomach gets too much in its head, too much thinking, too much this, and it needs its feet on the ground, out there, exploring and having adventure. That is Sagittarius, okay? That is, and Sagittarius actually rules circulation. So understanding these components is kind of like a subtle, it's understanding the subtleties of the body and understanding the subtleties of mind and balancing them together. It's not like just going to the doctor and going, gee, I have this, okay, take this pill or take this Alka-Seltzer. It's really understanding self. And that's why the key to everything in life is truly know thyself. And understanding the self is a lifetime process. Like I said, the Kundalini is all about you. And throughout this process, you will be able to further define yourself, what you need to balance out your system in order to bring you to that center point of being able to harness all the energy in your body. All right, so that's it for today. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Make sure to leave your comments below so I can see what you're thinking and know what to talk about or answer your questions. And please be sure to like and share. Thanks again. See you next time.